Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Ford Field. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape. The 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Gibbs straight ahead. Runs over him. How did he stay on his feet? And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now 2nd and 5. Off the option, here's Gibbs. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
Here comes the Lions punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Downs going in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Read option, this is Gibbs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Another run for Gibbs here. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now Lance going to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. And they'll go for it. Lance. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Throwing now is Lance. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And they get to him quickly here as he stops right around the 13. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. To throw, it's Lance. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the auspicious beginning to the season. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field. Probably.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
This 2nd and 4. Nix to the air. That's complete to Jalen Hyatt. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now it's Nix. Flush to his right. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 45 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Travis Etienne, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Lance, a quick throw out wide, complete. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. The give right side for Gibbs. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Lance looking to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch a game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
4th down, a give to Gibbs. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line. They'll run with Gibbs. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Hand off now to Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Lance to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. That complete to Downs. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Downs going in motion right. To throw is Nix. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. Down the left sideline. He may go. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Bronco 7.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
And Lance now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, Nick.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. And this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. Powerful running. Trucks. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Lions are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He'll get that underneath ETN. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Josh Downs, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 21-yard line.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now Lance. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Completed to Hyatt. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Nix. They'll drop that underneath to ETN. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It is a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing Nix. Has it to Hyatt on the out route. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They're going. It's Nix. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to be close. The defense set.